So today we're talking about polynomials, which we've talked about a monomial before, but now poly means many, mono means one. So before we were talking about one term, something like rx or ry, something like 3y squared. That's a monomial. 2abc squared. They're all multiplied, so it's a monomial, just one term. See how it's just one term there? Well, as soon as I start to add more terms, if I have 4x, that's a monomial. And if I subtract another monomial, 7, from it, then I have what's called a binomial. Bi meaning two. I have two monomials added together or subtracted from each other. If I have two terms, 2x and 9y, that's also a binomial. It's two terms, or something like 3x squared minus 11xy. That's all examples of binomials. So these are monomials. These are binomials. So let's look at what polynomials would be. And that's more than one term. Binomials, by the way, are polynomials. But even something like a plus 2b plus 4c, that's a polynomial also. Specifically, we could say it's a trinomial because it has three terms. So each monomial is going to have something called degree associated with it. And it's basically the highest power of any variable. So something like 8y cubed is going to have a degree of 3. Something like 4y squared ab is going to have a degree of 2. Because that squared is the highest power, so it has a degree of 2. Negative 14 doesn't have a power, so its degree is going to be 0. And 42 abc squared. I actually misspoke up here. I forgot with the 4y ab squared. We forgot about the a and b variables. So let me take that off. So with 4y squared ab, we have a 2, a 1, and a 1. That's going to give me a total degree of 4. And this one with the 0, 1, 1, and 2, it's going to give me also a degree of 4. So you add up all the powers of your exponents. I misspoke and said it was the highest. I kind of got ahead of myself because what we're going to be doing is arranging polynomials by their degree. And when we're talking about a polynomial, we have 9xy plus 2. The degree of this polynomial is going to be the degree of the highest term. So this one has a degree of 2. This one has a degree of 0. So the degree of this polynomial is 2, since the highest term is 2. If we add 18x squared plus 21xy squared plus 13x minus 2abc, this term has a degree of 2. This term has a degree of 1, 2, 3. This one has a degree of 1. This one has a degree of 3. So my degree for this polynomial is 3. One thing we're going to do is we're going to order these in order of their degree. So how I would order this one is probably 21xy squared, since it's a 3, minus 2abc. This one's a 2, so we'll put plus 18x squared. And then finally, we'll put the 1 last. That's what it is when we put it in descending order. So this is how we would write that polynomial in descending order. So let's look at one more example. This polynomial 4x cubed minus 11ab plus 6. Again, This term is going to have a degree of 3. This term has a degree of 2. This term has a degree of 1. It's already written in ascending order because the degree of that polynomial is, in fact, 3, the highest number. So that's going to conclude our lesson on polynomials.